All right, well, there's jkoper beginning. Let's have a little quiet time while he tries to exit North Palace. Very nicely done. He made it. Goes into the first grass spot. It's just a random encounter. Raikou is going into the same grass spot. jkoper's up A-ing there instead of running out. It's kind of something I wish I do more. Instead of trying to fight my way out. We find the grass spot right away. It's the magic container. A red Dyra, whatever you want to call it. Both people getting the magic container. Actually, no. Both dying simultaneously. We have our first whamboozled spooning. I didn't even know that was a thing. But I believe Raikou picked it up before he died. jkoper never picked it up. 2 towns right on the map, and Raikou decides to go into the forest spot first. jkoper's content on fighting Dyra, though. Our first town is Raru. So free spell. Let's see what it is. As jkoper takes life 2 and the magic container, we'll probably continue to one of the 2 towns. We'll see. Our first spell is, wait for it. Man, those desert encounters. It's jump in Raru. Pretty good. Now when he gets to Mito and Daruna, he can get the up and the down stab. These desert counters, man, every time I see them, it just makes me like not be. Just wish I was not playing. 3 tile island in the first Death Mountain area. And then we have the backside of Saria, so there's nothing we can do there. We don't have Bagu or the letter. jkoper tries to find it, finds another random forest encounter, decides to walk through this one, though. 2 more forest tiles. One is an encounter, one is the ferry. So we are not at a loss for forest tiles. Too bad Bagu is in none of them, though, because this is a situation where you can get right into where he would be useful, where he's normally not. All right, we find 2 more. Raikou finds 2 more towns. Here is Mito. I mean, he does not have the medicine, so he can't really do anything. Let's put up the fun text. But he can get down stab, so it's not lost. I'm going in early down stab at 3 minutes. I will take that over a down stab at 2 hours any day of the week. jkoper finds the heart container cave. Let's see what awaits him here. Who's Chad? Chad's the best. I'll let Buzz Thunder explain who Chad is. It's the candle, which is replaced by the pea bag because both runners start with candle in the heart container cave. jkoper is going to use this to level up. He takes attack 2, and he's only 77 away from attack 3. So it's a nice early find right there. As Raikou takes the... I don't know if that's the long way out, but it certainly felt like it. And now we have the business end of Saria. So he'll grab the Mira and he'll go do the things. jkoper finds, I believe this is the southwest cave, the pass-through to get to Palace 1. He's going to take it to the other side. A boulder blocked his progression. I don't know if that necessarily helped him or not. I haven't been paying attention to the map. But Raikou's going to cash in the Mira and see what kind of spell he gets. He gets the shield spell. So jump was 69 right now. You need 5 magic containers, and he has that to cast it. Obviously, he has it to cast it. He got down stab. So great observation on my part. All right, we found our first palace. He's going in. It's Palace 3. So he might try to fight a Knuckle here. That's Palace 1, actually. I'm sorry about that. Palace 1 have the goofy little face thing, so jkoper just made sure it was Palace 1, and then he gets out. I'm not sure where Raikou is. Is this the medicine cave? Certainly looks like it. And it's the glove. Alright. So one of the required items, most likely. Doesn't have to be required, but it certainly is most helpful. So I guess I should mark that on the map up here. I didn't see what cave jkoper went into. He got out of there pretty quick, but I wanted to pay attention to some things. Take care, Buzz. Have a good night. That definitely was the medicine cave then. He's fighting his way out. This is a difficult room, man. If you can't go as fast as possible, like these things, you get off sync and they just always hit you in the face. Got a 1-up on jkoper's side. Probably not going to utilize that. We'll probably up A at some point before he needs to find that life. We have the raft spot. I'm sorry, the raft spot found. Early downstab RC Droid. It's kind of like, I can only speak for someone like myself who doesn't have too much experience doing stuff like this. We found the back end of Jump Cave. jkoper's going to go through. When I get things early, man, sometimes I forget to use them. Because I just expect not to have them. This Daria looks like he was out of sync. We can't just run up and stab him. So Raikou now finds the front entrance of Candle Cave, so we know that if Rudo is hidden, we know Candle Cave won't necessarily lead there. And he goes into Palace 1 as well. I would up A here if I was Raikou. You only have 30 experience and you have, you know, just over a quarter of your health. Probably would behoove him just to get rid of the 30 XP, just to take more life and refill health. And if he did die once before, he didn't, but now he did. Now you definitely up A, but he didn't. And he's relatively new to the game, so he might not be up on the up A strats in this game like he would be in regular Zelda. Another 1-up for jkoper. And he takes life 3. Sitting at 313 right now to Raikou's 112. Raikou has the glove and the shield spell. Back end the fairy cave for jkoper there. I hope Dig's not trying to talk to me on IRC. Hold on. No. Let's get the music on. He's going to go through Fairy Cave because that's the only, well, that's the only other cave we didn't come out on the other side yet. I didn't notice where Jump Cave went. I probably did, and I probably just did mark it on my notes. But this would be the last pass-through cave on the Western continent. So if anything was blocked by like a river or mountains or something, and this did not lead there, it definitely led to a new area. Or maybe not, because he's not going into that town. I would have to think that that's Rudo. That's Rudo, though. But maybe not. Or maybe it is, and he just doesn't. He knows he doesn't have the trophy, so he's just not going in. Oh, that's close to start. That's probably not. Doesn't seem like it's a useful cave after all. Finds the medicine cave, and we know that Raikou was there, and we'll know he'll find the glove on the other side. So both players will be even in terms of useful items right now. Might be a little bit early for Palace 1, but 313 is not necessarily bad. Three, 2, 3 is not necessarily bad. You can probably leave there. Get in, get out, find the item. The right item could be the raft, so let's see if he up A's. Yeah, I would have up A'd there too. So it's good to know. It's good to know when you watch a good player that they make the same decisions you would make, except they do it faster. Did Raikou find the 500 bag yet? I don't think he did, because I think he would have been higher in levels. Okay, so jkoper found the business end of Saria, so he'll be on his way to get the mirror, cash it in, and get the shield spell. And there it is, officially, the shield spell. And he has the glove, too. I can mark that. So that's the only thing that worries me. He does have downstab, so he can get over the tougher enemies and suffer minimal, if not no damage. jkoper will be getting the downstab at 12 minutes. Again, that's a lot better than the 2-hour mark. There's a nice P bag for Raikou. 870 for attack 4. Okay. Seems like it's manageable. He'll be 413 when he leaves this dungeon. But here's Horsehead, and Horsehead can only give up to 100 experience. Anywhere between 20, well, not anywhere, but between 20 and 100. Normally he's 50. I'm not too sure the 100 will pull him over the cap, but it looks like he got 100. He looks like he got the full thing. He's going to need... oh, he took magic instead. And he's going to exit and he's going to take life 4? Or is he going to grind for... It looks like he's going to exit and take life 4 and be 3-2-4 on his way out. Possibly a bad decision, but still plenty of other palaces to go to even out the attack. Yes, it's plus or minus two ranges of experience points. So he'd be either 20, 30, 50, 70, or 100. That is correct. He's going back into 1. I wonder if he's going to try to get this this magic level here. Oh, he doesn't know. He never got the item, so he's probably going in for the item. He's in the key dead end. Might as well grab it, as long as it's not blocked by 2 blue iron knuckles. Almost always worth it. Meanwhile, jkoper is searching for all the things. And I'm not necessarily sure he's finding them. I just see him going into encounter after encounter. Raikou takes life 4 there. That's interesting. Except Barbara. That's a callback to this afternoon's race. I get that reference. Raikou's gonna up A, try a different path towards it, while jkoper goes through the candle, the northwest cave, the Palace 1 cave, whatever you want to call it. Parappa the Rapper cave, I don't really care. Comes back in alongside Palace 1, goes north, and that's the cave he just went into. So it really didn't take him far. So he's really looking for the trophy cave or the magic container cave at this point. He's found the Death Mountain entrance, but or maybe Raikou found the Death Mountain entrance. But we know at least the first entrance, the one closer to start, is only 3 tiles wide, and you can't really do anything. So there's possible back entrance to Death Mountain. We're going to find the item in Palace 1 here, hopefully. If this blue nut knuckle decides to cooperate, it is the heart container. So he's going to take it, he's going to leave. I think he's 334 at the end. He's going to jump into the Parappa cave. And jkoper tries to go up there again as well. That's interesting. That's like this, like at least the 5th time jkoper has been up in that area, roaming around here. It's easy to spot when you're watching it and you're making notes. It's tough to recognize when you play. 324. Okay, 324. Oh, these desert encounters, man, and their lag and everybody throwing everything at you. They're tough. Both players are virtually spooning here in the same direction as they try to locate other stuff. Yeah, that would be pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. Pretty awesome, Dick Shake. I am in the race channel. Somehow can't move Discord though. Move it down. It's really too early to say. I would say RC Drone. I mean, he has the glove. Well, they both have the glove now. Did I mark that? I marked that. Yeah. Hey, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? The pro creator. I don't even know if that's the right word, but for the Zelda randomizer, Dick Shake. Hello, Dick Shake.
Is the right word.
Is it?
Right. Oh, we'll call it here.
You sound like you're in the bathroom. Are you far away from the mic?
Oh yeah, sorry. Let me here. Is that better?
Oh, no, that's fine. I didn't mind if you were in the bathroom. It was just an honest question.
You know, I usually stream from the bathroom.
No, absolutely. They make for the best streams, man. GeoGuessr from the bathroom is my #1 viewed series on YouTube.
Where I feel most comfortable. So.
Yeah, well, listen. We all do. You haven't missed much so far. Raikou defeated Palace 1. Both of them have the glove. Both of them have the shield spell, jump spell, and that's pretty much it. Both have one magic container, and Raikou has the heart container out of Palace 1.
Yeah, so early glove is a nice find.
Yeah, and we have a Death Mountain spot that leads to 3 tiles and nothing else. So,
okay.
So they need to find the other entrance to Death Mountain to even make use of that. As Raikou picks up the candle pea bag. So both players have found identical stuff so far in the overworld.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know much about RaikouRider. I know he's played the randomizer a few times, but it seems like he's off to a good start. So
yeah, he's very new with it. He's very timid's not the word, but very because he's playing jkoper, he's very down on himself and his abilities. But he's a smart guy. He's a good guy. He tore through the Zelda 1 randomizer pretty well for being new to it. I can't imagine he can't do the same here.
Yeah.
You know, like I said, he's smart. He knows what he's doing. He's just got to, you just got to get a seed, and things go right for you, and you make the right turns, and anything can happen.
Well, he's off to a fast start. That's always a good way to go.
Yeah. Let's see here. So both players have been in this northwest Parappa Palace cave at least 6 times each. By the boulder. Yeah, they keep it feels like I'm on a loop here, and maybe I have to refresh the stream, but it just seems like they just keep going up to that area.
There's a glitch in the matrix.
Yeah, and it really, like, the cave is just like the next cave south is the other end of it. So it's a good thing they have the timers up, or I think I was looping.
It does seem like that they're gonna have to take some kind of a cave to.
We've seen both ends of every cave. And unless one of them led to an area that they didn't really fully flesh out, yeah, it doesn't seem like we have that magical cave to the other side. Yeah, because they've been in the back end of Fairy Cave. You know, I don't necessarily... Yeah, no, they jumped down Fairy Cave, yeah. Yeah, every Fairy Cave, Jump Cave, and the Palace 1 Cave. All there. So here it is again. Here's oh no, this is not. This is this is the Heart Container Cave. And this was the candle. jkoper already got the item in here. Alright, I guess he recognized that and up aid.
So where do they need to go then? It seems like they're both just kind of wandering around, not sure.
Yeah, I mean, listen, the Trophy Cave and the Magic Container Cave are two caves that they haven't found yet. The other side of Death Mountain, and then Palace 2 and 3. And I haven't seen anyone even be in the same title as jkoper goes up to the Pastor Cave yet again. Well, there's a palace on Raikou's side right now that's not Palace 1, I believe.
Do they have fairy?
No, they have Jump and they have... Nope, that was Palace 1 because now Raikou's going back to the Northwest Candle Cave.
Do they know Bagoo?
They don't know Bagoo, but they found both ends of Saria.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like I said, there's no pass-through here.
Well, where can they go then?
I don't know. They're I really haven't seen them go southeast. I've only seen them in this western area, like just between where Raikou is now and up straight up to the other area. I don't think I've seen them go east. Yes, Dark Magician. The item in one was the Heart Container. Well, here's the Medicine Cave again for jkoper. You're starting to get that feeling that it is, but probably not. They're probably both coincidentally missing something, or simultaneously missing something.
Well, for their sake, I hope so. And mine, I suppose.
I really don't know if they went through that swamp, like all the way to the east. That's the only thing I can't really recall them doing. But Raikou finds the Jump Cave, and he's going to run through it to the other side. And I'll pay attention this time.
Yeah, so Raikou has found Jump Cave.
Yeah.
There's not a Jump Cave yet.
I feel like I marked it down like I've seen. Yeah, because this Daria was out of sync. Or Daira was out of sync when jkoper was trying to fight it earlier. And he definitely went through this area. I'm not sure if he up-A'd or... I don't think he game overed.
Well, this seems like a good move, and based on what I've seen, perhaps the only move at this point.
Yeah. And jkoper is in the area where there was a 1-up before. The forest tile. And he's going to go into Jump Cave as well. Let's see what he does. He's going to try to go through it too. So it does look like both runners are struggling to find just a way through.
Yeah, usually the Western continent's pretty open, but every once in a while you get one where you have to find sort of a magical route through, and this does look new, so I think...
it does. The P-Bag Cave was the first one I have not seen. Yeah. But I think really quickly they'll be right back at start. Oh no, they're on the other side of the rock. They're on the other side of the boulder. So I wonder why jkoper went to the side and then didn't fully explore. Because if he stopped for any reason, you would think he was just definitely adept enough to come back.
Wow, look at that swamp.
Yeah, that's a pretty big swamp.
I'm getting paid a lot of money for that swamp.
It's per square foot. Maybe he just saw a swamp and then decided, you know what, let's not go in there. No, there's this is the Fairy Cave, and I've seen somebody go in this side of Fairy Cave before. So that might have been what jkoper did. He might have found Fairy Cave and then went through Fairy Cave after going through Jump Cave.
Oh, and then it took him back.
Yeah. And then he went up to the Pasture Cave yet again. There's King's Tomb, but we know.
Looks like we're about to see Raikou do the same thing.
Yeah, it could be. Oh no, he found. Look at that easily accessible spectacle rock on the other side of Death Mountain. That's certainly nice. So he's gonna go through Death Mountain and see. You got to feel like Palace 2 and Palace 3 are on the other side though, somewhere in the swamp. I'm sorry, that's jkoper in Death Mountain.
A lot of accessible caves, so that's usually a good thing. Usually what you want to see in Death
Mountain. Yeah, he gives up. No, he does not give up on Death Mountain. He's just maybe resetting the spawn or not realizing that's where he came out the first time. See if he picks a cave and goes through it, or if he goes back out, he's going to come back out.
I don't think he'll stick around.
No, I get the free looks and then come back if you have to. At least you know if you have the hammer, it's an easily accessible item. Alright, so there's Palace 2 or 3, and here is Magic Container Cave.
I am a big fan of that blue tunic on jkoper's side. I don't know that I've seen that color before.
That blue tunic?
Looks fantastic, though.
Yeah, it's a nice blue tunic. See what he gets on the other side. It's a trophy. So we do not know where Rudo is. Rudo is probably on this side.
I do.
All right, hammer required to get into the trophy cave. I just saw that on Raikou's side.
Yep. Raikou talking to Bagoo, saying hello, even though he doesn't really need to.
All right, we have Palace 3. Or no, Palace. I didn't see what the tile was, but
well, they're both right there.
Right. Yeah, they're both right there.
Yeah.
So at this point, it's all about finding the raft, which is.
I'd be willing to bet that. Well, so there's two options, right? They can either cash the trophy in, and that'll give them fairy, which will allow them to go start exploring houses, or the raft is perhaps on Death Mountain.
Yeah, we're down to 4 options if the hammer is one of the options in the remaining options.
Yeah,
you know. So listen, it's at this point it could be in 2. So
that's true.
And they both have the glove, so they should. jkoper never did Palace 1, so Palace 1's right there. He doesn't go into it.
Hey, I need to go grab a glass of water real quick. My throat's a little dry. I'll be right back.
Go right ahead, man. Take your time. We see Raikou picks up the trophy as well. Somebody who's controlling the tracker here should take note of that and click the appropriate spot. There we go. He finally did. Alright, jkoper found Rudo. He has the trophy. I kind of feel like he knew where Rudo was and just didn't go into it before. Back when I said that had to be Rudo. No sense going in if you know it's the only other town you haven't seen. And you don't have the trophy. So, let's see what the spell is here. And it's the fairy spell. Which is very good. 82 is not too good. You need 6 magic containers right now to be able to cast it. He only has a max MP of 80. So he either has to take another magic level and hope it decreases, or find another magic container. He can't make use of it at this moment. Normal meta is to delay palaces until you flesh out the area, all the items, get all the items you can get. But we do have the raft in Palace 2. Just what I was saying to Dig Shake before. So raft is not going to be in Death Mountain. Death Mountain at this point in time is, well, it could also be in the Trophy Cave, but either the kit or the medicine is guaranteed to be on this side of the continent, whether it's in Death Mountain or in the Boulder Block Trophy Cave. But Rafton 2 is a tremendous pickup for Raikou. I can't find it, Ryan. Oh, there it is. Tremendous pickup. Glove, Raft. Now you just need to work on getting some spells here. And he'd be all set. So jkoper is finally going through one. Going left, looking for the item. He was already in a key dead end, and so he'll see where this one takes him. Raikou is in Palace 2, going to the right, because he already has the item. Boss is always to the right. Items in 1 and 2, always to the left. What does the raft do?
Hey, I'm back.
Hey, what's going on? You missed the raft was in 2. Raikou got it, and
Okay.
the trophy cashes in for the fairy spell, which you can't cast yet. Because it's 82 MP. Fairy was jkoper. My bad. I did not know that was on the tracker. There we go. So right, jkoper is making his way towards the item, which is the heart container in 1. Having a little trouble with these nut knuckles though. I tell you, coming this way from down this down these steps right here, so tricky.
It is a little tricky. I think you're almost better off jumping over them if you can. Does jkoper have downstab?
He has downstab, yeah, but I find when you jump over him and you're they don't really conform to your non-inputting of the D-pad because you're not really on the same physical plane as them, so they'll just RNG walk and still walk into you.
Yeah, they do kind of wiggle around a bit. That's true. But if you have downstab, you can usually bounce over them.
Right. One of the Raikou did something interesting before I never really thought of, is he just broke blocks until he was on the same level as them and just kept breaking blocks. This way, you don't have to worry about it.
You have all the different kinds of iron knuckles represented in that room.
Yeah.
That blue iron knuckle.
I like when they all get synced up, so you're just stabbing and you're hitting all 3 at one time. It's always the nice bonus. jkoper gamed over in Palace 1. It's unfortunate.
Well, really, they did a number.
Yeah, at least he knows where not to go now, or he eliminated some of the passages, so he can probably just streamline V-line right to it. We have a helmet head on Raikou's side. He'll get anywhere between 100 and 500 in the normal intervals for beating him. Looks like he needs the 500 though to get past this cliff here for life 4.
Yeah, that's true, and I did not see any
150.
super good grinding spots.
He's going to look for one. He needs 120, and I mean 220 more before.
jkoper's in his favorite room again.
Yes, easily handled though this time because he is a pro. But he's not through it yet. I forgot about the blue one.
Well, he's doing a lot better.
Yeah, zombie Koper right now.
Surprisingly, he didn't cast shield, not once.
No, we saw Link 7s do that earlier. The too good to use syndrome, or just just not outwardly being aware of it.
Well, I mean, I have that same problem. I almost forget that shield is even a thing that exists.
Oh, I do. Chat yells at me all the time. Well, why don't you just fairy over him? Why don't you just cast shield? Why don't you just cast reflect if you're going to take the mace to the face all the time? Chat likes to fight. That's We have Horsehead here. Horsehead gives the maximum experience 100, which doesn't help him, but 850 might be attack 4 and not life 5.
That's true. Or, I mean, even if they're very close together, what's the difference? Take one and find your way up to attack.
Oh yeah. And I bet but here we go. Here's the nut knuckles synchronization on Raikou's side. So did he jump over the gem? He jumped over the gem. He did not place it, jkoper.
Interesting. Did he get the item out of one?
The heart container? No, he did not.
So that's probably what he's doing then.
Could be. Or 850 might not be attack 4.
I mean, it's probably a little of both, you know. Get the item and then hopefully grind up some more experience in the process.
Yeah. It's a combination of Dark Nut and Iron Knuckle because I can't seem to say one or the other consistently. And plus, they hate us. They hate us as players, so it just seems like an appropriate term to say.
This game is like, you know, taking some knuckles too.
Yeah. So I can't take credit for that. Somebody in my chat came up with it, but I don't even remember who that was at this point. All right, here we go. He's going to find the item. Let's see what he does after he gets the item, though. 20 from the Stalfos, and then you have the blue nut knuckle, which he might try to jackhammer.
You know, place a gem for sure.
And he's on his last life, and a blue iron knuckle to stands in his way.
Well, if he was going to cast shield, now is time.
Yep. He might try for that experience. Yeah, he definitely is. Uh-oh, he's caught now. Oh no. That's a rough game over for jkoper.
Absolutely.
Yeah. He has the gem to place, but I wonder if he's gonna wait. How did that strategy work for that was Pierpont that did that earlier, correct?
It was Pierpont. He was saving the gems. He absolutely was. I have not seen many players take that strategy, but it worked out well for Pierpont. He played well. His downfall was the didn't find the raft. That's what cost him the race.
Yeah, and that was Burb's problem too in the other race. The raft definitely was wreaking some havoc this afternoon. But jkoper, if he follows the progression of going through palaces, he'll find it. But if he gets caught up on trying to find it before going in, it could be disastrous for him.
Yeah. Well, I think he'll find it. Knowing jkoper, knowing his playing style, I think he probably will dive into 2. I mean, he has the glove. There's no reason not to. In fact, there's no reason for him not to do Palace 3 either. So.
Right. All right. Raikou places the gem in 2 as jkoper buffers a little bit. He's having internet problems today. I had to run to the store. Dick Shake. This race started 2 hours later.
Yeah, I noticed that. I was wondering what.
Yeah, I guess jkoper got a new computer, started it up, and Windows wanted to do all sorts of updates for an hour. And then he realized the computer did not have wireless capability, and I guess he has it set up in a different area of the house.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so he had to kind of go play with the modem, see if he could hook up the modem elsewhere, and then went to Walmart and got an adapter for the race. And it doesn't seem like it's keeping the signal too well because he was dropping frames as well.
Yeah, I can see him dropping some frames right now. It's been pretty good though up until now.
Yeah, it might be a new computer updating all things in the background. I certainly know what that's like. But he's going through Jump Cave again to come out the other side and probably go to Palace 2, I would think, if he's coming this way.
Yeah, that's probably a good bet. There's not much else he can do up here besides.
No, unless I can't think that jkoper would not understand this, but unless he doesn't understand that the boulder is blocking the last cave and he still thinks he can find it.
No, he knows that.
He definitely knows. Yeah, I would definitely think he knows that. But does he remember there's a palace? Let's see if he goes in. He does. He just waited for the encounter. This is Palace 3, though.
I mean, for all he knows, the raft could be in Palace 3.
Oh, right. I'm sure he has it narrowed down to Death Mountain, Palace 2, Palace 3. And since you have to complete Palace 2 and Palace 3 anyway, you might as well just check on your way to beating him before you jump into Death Mountain.
Raikou's in Palace 3 as well. Raikou, though, with a pretty substantial lead here with the first 2 palaces already finished up.
Yes. And let's not forget that jkoper did beat Palace 1, but did not place the gem.
That's right. Yeah, so that'll cost him at least a few more minutes. I'm not sure. Palace 1's not very big, so it's not going to cost him time.
So I guess jkoper recognized he was in Palace 3 and decided to go to the other palace and do Palace 2 first.
I'm a little confused by that. I mean, there's no reason not to do 3.
Well, I mean, Lily's going to be pleasantly surprised that he did do that, so now he doesn't really have to do anything in 3, but find the boss. Because he is in the item room.
That's true.
So
I might go try to find the item in 3 anyway. What if it's the boots?
Yeah. Yeah, imagine, well...
Palace 3 is also a pretty small palace. It's a little bit larger than Palace 1, but it's smaller than Palace 2.
And you find the item room going the same way as trying to find the boss anyway.
Yeah.
So you can definitely narrow down, well, hey, if you found the boss, then the other direction, like the other elevator going to the right is probably going to be the item.
Now here's an interesting move on jkoper's side. He found the raft, and then I think he's going over right now.
Yeah, why would, as an experienced player and a veteran of the game like you are, because you've been playing it since day 1, why would somebody do this over completing Palace 2, Palace 3, and then just never being in the Western Continent again?
Personally, I would stay the Western Continent if it were up to me. But there are some advantages to going to the Eastern Continent. I think since he has the glove, that actually sort of neutralizes a lot of the advantages of going over to the Eastern Continent. A lot of times I'll go over to the Eastern Continent because there's a lot of easily accessible item locations, especially if I find Maze Island. But, that's not as important since he already has the glove.
Right.
So maybe experience. There are a lot of large P bags that he can grab.
Could be. We have the desert tile is the flute. So jkoper picks that up. It's called the horn in the tracker. Why not?
Yeah, I call it the horn, honestly.
I've heard everyone call it the recorder, the flute, the ocarina.
Yeah.
It makes vuvuzela.
Yeah.
Actually,
makes noise.
Makes noise. Someone suggested before. I'm sure you saw it. The random noise generator within the game. It's like
spells are also a good reason. I see in chat people talking about spells, but that could also be a reason to go over to the Eastern Continent. He has fairy, so
yeah, he has fairy, shield, and jump, so he can get the down stab. I would probably go to East Continent if I couldn't get down stab in some way.
Or fairy. I might go if I can't get fairy.
Well, yeah, I mean, if I couldn't get down stab through fairy or jump is what I meant, and one of them were on the other side. You cast shield there.
So yeah, I mean
the P bags is also a reason why you go over. They seem kind of high level now for them.
A lot of times, going over to the east early is a great idea, but in this particular seed with the items and spells that were found on the Western Continent, it seems like not as beneficial of a strategy.
No, the Western Continent actually has 2 free spells and then 2 behind an item. One being the trophy, the other being the Water of Life / medicine. So, they do have the trophy, and then they picked up fairy. Actually, just jkoper picked up fairy. So on the Eastern Continent, the things you are looking for are a desert tile that will have an item, and we know that's the flute. A water tile, a bridge to Maze Island, which in itself contains Palace 4, and 2 items somewhere on a random tile. And the town of New Kasuto has a item locked behind a magic container requirement that can be anywhere between 5 and 7 magic containers. and an item in the hidden house that you need the spell to unlock. And it looks like jkoper has went down.
Yeah, I refreshed his stream and it came back, but now it's absolutely fine.
There we go. I can't see his timer. Yes, I can. 44. So I'm a little bit. He's running about a minute behind on the restream here. If he stabilizes, I will try to sync him out by pausing Raikou. Is the cross item in Palace 3? I missed it too because I was trying to get jkoper back on track. So yeah, it turns out Raikou picked up the cross in Palace 3. Thank you guys.
So that's, I mean, again, another, we've been talking about this, that's another reason actually where it would have been a good idea to clear those palaces early. Of course, jkoper doesn't know that the cross is free, but that's a great item to find before you go over to the stream.
Yeah. Yeah, because the two things that really deterred me from really exploring that side of the Hyrule is not being able to see the things that punch me in the face and not being able to downstab the lizards when I'm jumping over them.
Yep.
But Raikou is now taking a 3-0 gem lead.
Yeah, that is a huge lead on his side. He's actually playing very, very well.
No, absolutely. He's a smart player, man. Don't sleep. I told people before the race started, don't sleep on this guy. Because if there's anyone to study, I mean, listen, he is a guy who found out that you can identify the palaces based on the face on the statue or what the pillar looks like, when everybody else was just content to stab the statue. Maybe it saves a little bit of time, but if you're 50-50ing the statue and only getting red jars and you still can't tell if it's 2 or 3, he instantly knows what it is.
But there's also the fact that jkoper is not, I know he hasn't even been really around much this past week. He's been traveling, so he hasn't played, he hasn't practiced, but Raikou, I think, has been practicing.
Oh, yeah.
So jkoper, and that's not doing him any favors.
No, right? He's going to pick up Reflect here, jkoper, but I don't know what town he was in because all of a sudden I saw him in the building.
It's New Kasuto.
It's New Kasuto? Okay, so 5 magic... Oh, no, we don't know. I guess he could get the item?
I don't think he got the magic container item, but we do see Raikou picking up the fairy spell, so that's good.
Yeah, he cashes in the trophy, gets the fairy spell. It's nice. Yeah, if jkoper even talked to the lady and she said what the requirements were, I couldn't even see him.
Yeah, he might have. He's dropping some frames at this point.
Yeah. I know what it's like setting up wireless in a basement where the router is 2 floors above. It's sometimes it just doesn't work out.
Yeah.
This seed does have some good spells. I worry about Thunder right now. We know the medicine is either locked behind a hammer spot. The medicine or the kid are locked behind a hammer spot. Or in Death Mountain itself. So if that's Thunder, then people have to go back to the Western Continent and pretty much look at everything.
So really, to illustrate again, too, the difference between going over to East Continent and clearing the houses, jkoper did find a couple key bags, which allowed him to take attack 4, which is nice. But Raikou, by clearing the palaces, is already up to attack 6.
Yeah. Yeah. So you saw it in the race that I had on Thursday night where I found the candle pea bag in New Kasuto and then just stared at it and walked away. Because I up A so much on the Eastern Continent that unless the pea bag's going to put me over the top for an attack level, it's really sometimes not even worth taking because it's going to be wasteful.
Yeah.
It makes use of the horn, though.
I do remember seeing you do that and thinking, wow, like, just straight up turned down a free pea bag.
Yeah. Well, I knew that I really had to go high to get to the next attack level, and it turns out I went into the next palace and accidentally took a level anyway instead of canceling because I was trying to queue up a spell.
I saw it. Yeah, I remember that as well.
Yeah, I watched the race this morning, and I'm like, oh man. I'm like, thankfully nobody, everyone was nice to me, which was pleasant. It looks like jkoper found all the palaces on. He's in Maze Island now, but it looks like he found all the palaces on this side. They look
Again,
like they in a nice row.
you just have to wonder, like, what is it that he wants to find here? The boots would be nice, the magic key would be nice, but they're not. They're not essential. You know, they're not uh, required by any means, at least not based on what we've seen so far.
No, he finds the heart container in the magic container. I guess encounter on Maze Island. He's going to search for the other one now. He does have reflect though. I'd be curious, even though he hasn't completed 2, 3, or placed a gem in 1. I'd be curious if he didn't go into 4 and just beat 4 right now.
I bet he will.
Yeah.
I mean, that's really the dream with these. I don't like going onto Maze Island without reflect. It just
No, Raikou was in Darunia. I don't think he cashed in the kid. I think he got upstab.
that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, but someone says he got the horn. All right, thanks, RC Drone. Where was the horn again? Oh, the horn was in the desert spot. Yeah, it was very easily accessible.
Yep.
I'm just curious about this is the one hard part, and he finds the kid spot in the Maze Island. Let's see what's there. And it's the magic key, which is pretty good, especially since he hasn't been in any palaces really.
That's a nice time, and that'll get him some of this time back that he's behind right now. It's just at this point, will it be enough?
Yeah, Dark Thunder makes a Dark Magician makes a good point about it is possible he is looking for Thunder, or if he just happens to find I think that's more of if you just happen to find the kid or the medicine at this point. But he's going into 4 now. Yeah, there's no reason not to think he was going to get 4. Raikou probably got the heart container, and I didn't see it in Maze Island because that was an early
Actually,
drop.
at this point, we know that either the kid or the medicine is in the water tile. It has to be.
Oh, it can't be in Kasuto?
It cannot, no.
Okay.
And we also know that the other one has to be either on Death Mountain or behind that rock. So
Yes, yeah. Oh, that's what I was saying before. We knew one of the two is either behind one of the 2 boulders, one in Death Mountain or one in front of the Trophy Cave. But it could also be in the hammer spot as well, right? There's no restriction on that?
no, there's not.
Okay.
No.
Why the restriction on Kasuto?
So it's all about the pallets actually. The whole deal with the restriction on those items has to do with the pallets.
Okay.
So the towns have a much different palette than the rest of the overworld because they have all the people and buildings and stuff they have to draw, and there's just no room in there to squeeze a kid or the medicine. The palette is cramped. It's full.
So those of you learning how to play the game or expanding your knowledge, because this is something I did not know, from the man himself, the kid or the Water of Life medicine cannot be in New Kasuto.
Nope.
So it's definitely on the water tile by process of elimination. It can be on Maze Island though, right? I've seen the kid in Maze Island.
Absolutely.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's right.
So Maze Island, desert tile, water tile, never New Kasuto, and obviously never in any palaces. All right. So
I would like to fix that someday. I'm not sure how to do it, but that is on my list. That is on my list of things to try and figure out.
yeah, one day all these things we're learning and all these little tricks will just go out the window in an update, and it will be shapes all over again. All right. So we have
So Raikou's on Maze Island now, and jkoper.
jkoper's jumping over the gem again. Oh wait, no, hold on. Did
No,
jkoper?
he did. He jumped over for the second time.
He up 8. You know what? I thought he went into 4 because 4 shares the same statue column tiles as 1. He never went into 4. I guess he up 8.
No, he didn't. He did up A. He went back to 1, and he jumped over the gem in Palace 1 the second time.
Wow.
It was experience. Probably hoping to get 850, and he will. He'll be able to get 850.
I'm sure he will. I mean, well, there's 200 right there, so he's well on his way.
This is actually a trick you see some speedrunners do in just normal Zelda 2 categories. In Palace 1, if you don't get attack 4, strategy, especially in a race, is to just hop over the gem and go back through. The second time, it costs you maybe a minute and a half or 2 minutes.
Is that right? I didn't know that. I knew that they try to manipulate the P bag in the magic container cave, and if they can't, they'll take the however many seconds it is to get the guaranteed one in the with the grass tile.
Yeah, I've seen that before too.
And there it is. So if you can get past this the blue nut knuckle. There you go. Oh, no. I was going to say third time's the charm or fourth time's the charm, but he got hit again. It's not the easiest thing in the world to escape this, jump over him in this low ceiling, and get up on that that elevator before taking damage. Raikou probably got the key, so let me mark that. Oh, here's the key now.
Yep.
Raikou.
You did get the heart container as well, I saw.
Yeah, that was very early on in the thing, so. And he places the gem for his first gem. So he knows what 2 and 3 is, so he can probably pretty much streamline going to 2, going to 3. Probably won't search for items, I would say. That's the kind of the meta right now, right? You have the glove, you have the raft.
Yeah.
You have everything you need except for Thunder to beat the game.
That's right, but it's looking more and more likely that Thunder is going to require either the child or the medicine.
Yeah, because I don't know.
I think they have one more shot, which is Thunder Town, right? Otherwise, they need the child or the medicine. Because Thunder Town is the only town that they haven't found.
That
is
you
a free spell.
That is well. Did they find Thirsty Chick Town? Thirsty Woman Town?
I thought that jkoper did. I guess I could be wrong about that.
You might be right. I kind of don't remember where Reflect was in New Kasuto.
Yes, that's right.
I don't remember what was in Darunia. They had a cache in the Kid. They never found Old Kasuto. I don't necessarily know that they found Naburu.
It's certainly possible that I'm misremembering. I have watched 7 of these races today, so
yeah. I've watched 7 races and played 13 already today.
This is the 7th actually.
I'd have to really look when jkoper queues up a spell to see what he has, to see what maybe I'm missing, because I don't see anybody having spell, fire, thunder, or life.
Yep.
And if he has any one of those, it's probably came from Naburu, but I really don't remember him. I don't remember anybody walking to a fountain. And chat, let me know if I'm wrong, if you know that he's been to Naburu.
So are we going to see jkoper do 2 and 3 now? I think we will.
I would think so. There's no other reason except to go on to... And I didn't think order matters, so I don't know why he would go out of that palace.
No, order doesn't matter, but just from knowing jkoper, I think he actually does prefer to do them.
Okay.
In normal order.
I mean, that's fair enough. He already got the raft from Palace 2, so he's going to probably find every attempt to go right he can take. And I don't necessarily remember how far Helmet Head it was inside.
It seemed like Raikou found him pretty easily, but 2 can get a little confusing. It's larger than people think.
Yeah. Well, in Vanilla, you have all those places where you have to originally go right, I believe, in Palace 2 from the start.
Yeah, Vanilla forces you to dig into some dead ends to get some keys.
Yeah.
Most people usually don't have fairy. Well, you might have fairy by that point. In the speedrun, you definitely.
Oh yeah, in a speedrun you definitely do. But if you're playing a normal way,
Yeah, casually, I think most players probably
you
don't have
might.
fairy. But
I mean, yeah, you might as well. It's very close by. You just had to backtrack to a medicine cave. Grab the one up anyway. So if you're doing all keys, you're going to be over there.
I think most people would probably do Palace 2 before Death Mountain casually, so they wouldn't have.
Is that? Yeah, I guess that's true. They really didn't want you to go in Death Mountain until like way later. Loud Goat. That's a pretty good point. Does he have Reflect?
I don't think I saw him pick it up. He was definitely in Darunia. Reflect was in Nukasuto though, and I don't remember seeing it.
Yeah, that's a very good point. That's something myself I struggle with. Getting to this point right here and then hitting start. Oh, he's in. I'm sorry, I'm looking at the wrong screen.
Raikou's in 4. Yeah, jkoper's taking out the helmet head.
Yeah, no. When I saw the boss curtain, I'm like, this is the point right here where I realized I don't have Reflect, and I up A, and then I was looking at jkoper's screen as well. jkoper is going to grind for that last 255 experience points.
So
275.
I mean, if he could get the item out of here, he doesn't have Reflect. But again, like, does he? It's probably not. You see him turning around. He doesn't have it. He doesn't have Reflect.
No, he hit start. Yeah, he hit start, and I saw he only had jump fairy shield.
Yeah, so he's going item hunting.
What could he be looking for though? Boots?
Yeah, boots.
Hammer? I mean,
Hammer.
this might. I'm sorry. This might be a situation where newer players get trapped into trying to find items.
It is an easy trap to fall in. However, in this case, it might be legitimate because it's looking relatively likely at this point that he's going to need either the boots or the hammer. So, if he finds one of those two items, they could prove to be beneficial.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You never know what you need until you need it. And we saw that in Link 7's case this afternoon, where he purposely didn't cash in the medicine. No, I'm sorry. He purposely didn't get the magic spell in Saria because he knew it could only be spell or fire. But he didn't have the glove. And for all we knew, the glove could have been in Nukasuto behind the spell cave.
That's right, yeah.
And
it wasn't there, though, was it?
No, it wasn't there, but he didn't take it. But the possibility of it being there, and then he realized that, 30, 40 minutes later, went back to get it anyway, and then, immediately went into Death Mountain, immediately found the rock, immediately found the glove. So you don't know what you need until you get it, so you might as well, if it's right in front of your face.
That's true.
Take
it. Unless you have everything you need to beat the game, then might as well pick it.
And Buzz Thunder and I were talking about that before. Like, everything you need to beat the game is one thing, but possibilities like I didn't see what Raikou picked up. Did you?
He got the hammer, actually.
He got the hammer? Okay. I was watching him, and then I just missed it. His screen is very small.
It is pretty small, and he's got his notes underneath, which is kind of nice because you can sort of see what he's thinking. And
yeah, I wish you can find a way to make the screen bigger because it even looks bad stretched out on the layout.
It's a pretty good setup, though. I mean, if you're interested in not just seeing him play, but understanding where he's at.
Yeah, I wish he's got that space to the right though by the timer.
Yeah.
Where you can probably like jam it up in the top corner and just make the window bigger in the lower left-hand corner. It'd just be easier to watch.
With the hammer, though, he basically gets 2 free items now. He's got the one on Death Mountain that's right by the entrance.
Yes.
The hammer block cave. So.
And hopefully one of the 2 are going to be the magic item, so he doesn't have to dip into the other one, deeper into Death Mountain. Looks like he's going to go there. He's going to go right to the boulder spot and go into that trophy cave and see what's there.
Yep.
jkoper did not get the hammer, Because jkoper never went into Palace 4.
No, he never. But Raikou fell. Yeah.
Yes, but Raikou didn't have Reflect, so it's like... jkoper had Reflect, didn't go into 4, but then Raikou didn't have Reflect and went into 4. So it's interesting seeing people's mentalities sometimes.
I do see jkoper placing the gem in 2. So.
Yes, so that is now officially complete for jkoper. Medicine. I'm sorry, the magic container is the spectacle rock.
And he'll probably head to Trophy Cave now.
Yes, and hopefully he... And we still don't know what the spell is behind the kid or the medicine, but it's 2 spells that are locked. And fire and life and spell.
Yep.
So 25% chance that the one of the 2 items could be required for thunder. It's in Death Mountain. Because the heart container is in the trophy cave.
Yep. So.
Oh, jkoper has fire. Fire was in Firetown. Okay, thank you.
I thought I saw him.
Okay, so that was Thirsty Woman Town, right? Yeah. So spell, life, and thunder. 2 of them are blocked. So.
Yeah, Thundertown is the only one that they haven't. The only free one they haven't found.
Yeah.
So yeah, looking likely that they will need either the child or the medicine. So now it becomes a question of finding the boots, perhaps, or taking that dive into Death Mountain.
Well, why did you think they need the boots? Because they didn't find something on the Eastern Continent?
Well, they found there's only 4 places on the Eastern Continent where the kid and medicine can be. The desert tile and the
the water tile. I'm sorry, the water tile. Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Every time you say boots, I'm not thinking of the water tile. I'm thinking of trying to find some area that's only accessible by water because I'm forever scarred by the seed I ran for my tournament.
Yeah, that's... Oh my gosh, that's... I'm not going to forget that one.
No, that was... And I'm not mad. It was fun.
I mean, that's the randomizer, though. I enjoy those guys. You're not going to get a PB on them, but...
Yeah, no, I absolutely enjoy playing them. I just don't, if I'm making the mistakes, then that's when I get a little bit upset. But if it's the game, like, throwing the puzzle at me, I'm all for it. And Link Sevens and Burb had a nice puzzle this afternoon, and it was definitely fun to watch. Yeah.
They did.
JR, Raikou is ahead. For sure, at this point.
And not by a huge margin.
No, not by a huge margin. And he went into 4, got the item, but didn't have Reflect to beat 4, so he's got to go into 4 again. So jkoper can make up a little time by just doing both in one fell swoop.
Yeah, and we also saw that he doesn't really need the hammer. So.
Right. But at that point in time, if you have 2 spots blocked by the hammer and 1 deep into Death Mountain, you might try to find the hammer before you even go exploring, knowing...
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true, because we have to think about where the boots could be. The boots are either in 5 or 6. Or New Kasuto. Yeah. Those are the only places where they could be, so...
Yeah. And it could turn out that the item you get in Death Mountain is the item you get to get the spell, which is to get the boots in New Kasuto, which is to get the other item you need for the thunder spell in the water tile. So we can have a pretty interesting situation here if that all lines up.
Yep.
Be nice to watch. Where did jkoper go into? Did he go back into... is he in 3? He's in 3.
He's in 3, yeah. He's clearing palaces, which is a good move.
Yeah.
And he's really not that far behind Raikou at this point. It's evened out. I'd say Raikou is still probably a little bit ahead, but jkoper has been clearing these palaces very quickly, especially with the magic keys. So.
Yes, and jkoper is the type of person to identify what he has and what he can possibly get in the palace and just kind of just say... Screw it, boss, and get out. and only really stop if your XP is kind of like where it is now. You know, you need two. Well, you found the cross, so.
Yeah.
But again, Palace 2, Palace 3, it's on the way to the boss on the same side, so you might run into it, you might not.
He knows that the kid or the fairy is in the water, or the kid or the medicine, sorry, is in the water tile. He knows that for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, he's definitely a student of all things when it comes to knowing the meta and the rules. I've seen him play hundreds of games. Well, okay, I've seen him play like 4 games. But fully understanding on whether it's Dragon Warrior or Zelda 1 or Final Fantasy Randomizer and this, he knows what could be where and how.
Yeah.
What did Raikou just get? I didn't notice that.
The boots? You got boots?
Were those the boots? They kind of look like the boots, but it's so small it could have been like a piece of ham, for all I know.
It was the boots. Yep.
Someone will confirm, or you're confirming.
No, I saw it.
Oh, okay.
I saw the boots.
Boots
Sure.
for the magic container requirement. I don't think jkoper has gotten a magic container since he's been in New Kasuto. So 6 is definitely at least a requirement. Maybe it's 5, but I believe he was in there at 5 before. And then,
Those boots are great find.
yeah, and he's got the reflect too. So let me update the tracker here for reflect and for the boots.
Not just for the kid or the kid or the medicine, but also for general traveling around.
Oh yeah.
A big time saver.
And not knowing the rules, I wonder if a newer player to the randomizer will be discouraged if they see the kid or the medicine in the water tile and not really think and know enough to be like, well, that could possibly be thunder or something. Although spell, you know, they don't have the life spell either, so they might happily take it.
Yeah, that was actually a big request for the tournament. Maybe starting with a life spell.
I believe that was my vote. Life and candle.
Yeah.
And downstab. And,
you weren't the only one.
And 8 heart containers. I think I wanted all those things, but there's the water.
One hit KO enemies.
Oh yeah, that's the tournament I will gladly volunteer all my time to restream instead of play, because I can't do one hit in one room.
jkoper is in Death Mountain, so
yeah, look at that.
we know it's either the child or the medicine,
but he only knows it's 33% chance at this point.
Yeah. And we also don't know that he really needs whatever it is that's in here, although it is possible that he does. I hope for his sake that whatever he does get in here is required, because otherwise this is just lost time.
It's a pretty big gamble. I mean, because if it's not the magic item you need for a relative good spell, and at this point I think he's just missing 3. And it's spell, life, and thunder. They're all useful. They're all beneficial. So, in some way. Let's see how it goes. There's the hammer spot, but that was right in the beginning too, right? The hammer spot.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
He doesn't have the hammer.
No. Both places are easily accessible by the hammer if you somehow still would need the item and come back, so. Let's see what happens here. Raikou's probably going to make his way to Palace 4, or he's just kind of exploring the Eastern Continent first. Maybe he's looking for Thunder Town. Old Kasuto. Yeah, Thundertown would be a good thing for him to find on Raikou's side. And he has the boots, so he can kind of navigate around in places
Yeah,
where...
you could see him just remembering that he had the boots there.
Yeah, boots and the flute. So the only thing that would stop him is something that's like landlocked, where he has to pass through a cave. There's no other way a town could be blocked, right?
No other way a town could be blocked besides the boots.
Besides the boots, or the flute, or being landlocked and you have to pass through a cave. Like, I'm not forgetting anything, right?
And we do have the child in Hammer Cave.
Yeah, so that's a good pickup. Let's see if he immediately cashes this in and what he gets from it. I remember you doing the one-hit KO seed. It's like one of the first times I watch you stream, and I'm like, who would do this, man? Like, your timer is like all red, and like you're not even close to the end. Oh, actually, I think you were in the Great Palace, and like
I was pretty happy with that time. Actually, it was only a little over 2 hours.
yeah. Oh well, I didn't know what times meant at this time, you know.
And I gotta say, when you're playing video games where you just feel so good, like you pulled something off, and that was absolutely one of them for me.
That and 100% Paperboy, right?
100% Paperboy. I don't even know what that means. Yeah, sounds terrible.
jkoper did Palace 3. Is that right?
I believe he did. Yes.
I don't even remember. I don't even remember either player fighting Rebenek.
I remember jkoper fighting Rebenek. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, Undead.
Raikou has found Guma. Wow. So while we were sitting here blathering about other stuff.
Well, I watched him progress through it. I was kind of interested in jkoper cashing in the kid.
I'm interested in that as well.
1,000 points for Guma. That's max right there.
Seemed like a pretty quick Palace 5.
Yeah. Sometimes I worry when things are too quick and not too complicated, because I know like somebody with better skills is going to have just as easy time as me, and they're going to make up more time elsewhere in combat, and where if it's a puzzle and I figure it out first, I might be in an advantage kind of thing. So when you wake up and you start a race and the first things you have in front of you are the raft and the glove, it's like, whoops. It's like, uh-oh.
Well, it works both ways. I actually think of, on the hard seas, I think stuff like, oh, well, somebody is going to gamble and go get the Rock and Death Mountain sooner than I did, and they'll beat me because they found it,
Right. And like you said before, if you feel like you're behind, you go left.
That's true.
So.
You gotta make stuff sometimes.
Yeah, absolutely. Can't always just do the base meta. So Raikou has Reflect this time, and he's going into Palace 4 again. I don't think he knows where Carrick is. He knows where he isn't, though.
He did see Carrick. I watched him walk into Carrick's room and then...
Oh, did he? Okay.
Turn around and walk out.
Okay, because I was watching jkoper.
Looks like jkoper's heading that way as well.
Yeah. At that time with Carrick, I was watching jkoper and thinking it was Raikou, when it was just jkoper in Palace 2. Let's see if he cashes in the kid first. He doesn't really have a... It's not necessary for him to. He's in 5.
That's 5.
Yeah,
that's 5 he just walked into.
All right. Well, no, he goes halfway and he comes back, and then he's doing the Larry. He doesn't know if he does or doesn't want to do it, so he's just going to pace back and forth. And then up A to the beginning, and then go through it again. Okay.
Okay.
Well, health refill, life refill, and now he's going back the other way. I guess making sure it's 5. No, now he's...
Yeah. Oh, wow. He's really got me in suspense.
He's definitely doing some things I would do. While Raikou is at Carrick again, and takes the hit. Had no... I don't think he cast Reflect, because I don't think he had magic. Either that or just start out with a free life.
I think he did cast Reflect. He just
did he?
got a little unlucky. Yeah.
I never seen this. I never seen somebody do it from the left.
So here we see jkoper just walking in and finding Guma pretty easily. So Palace 5, I think, was like 2-3 rooms tops.
Yeah, if even, because by the time I look down and look up, he's at Guma. He used reflect, but was out of magic. Yeah, he took a hit from him right away. He's gonna farm the 90 experience, possibly more to get over this cliff. I don't know if he's 850. No, he doesn't. He has to get over 850 as well. Oh, there it is. It's on his screen now. So.
Well, at least for a few minutes anyway, jkoper has tied up the gem counts.
Yeah. How are they level wise? They're very even level wise, except jkoper. If he doesn't take attack 8 here, he can really just throw it into everything else and just get what he gets in Palace 4 and 6.
I think he will take attack 8 here.
There you go.
That's what I would do.
Yeah, with 2 palaces left, yeah, absolutely. Take attack 8. You still have 2 palaces to get milk everything you can get, and probably be at like 876, 867 for the Great Palace. If things go your way. Looks like Raikou is over that cliff now. The 7770. See what he does with his experience.
So jkoper only a gem behind. However, if the thunderstone is behind the child, which is I guess 33% chance at this point, I would say this race is up.
Yeah, with all respect to LOZ Cards fan, Death Mountain could be the great equalizer in pushing jkoper over the top here, because Raikou would have to navigate Death Mountain.
We did see Darunia earlier. I don't remember exactly where it was. But...
I thought it was pretty early. Early on in the continent, but see, Raikou does not decide to go for attack level 8. He goes to 757 strats.
jkoper is back in Palace 5, and it's kind of making me nervous. Okay, he just...
Hold on one second. All right. Sorry about that. I had notes. I hope I'm not talking over you because I didn't have the headset on. I have notes that I took before, and then when the other race was over, I crumpled up the paper. But I still had notes on it, so I had to go find it.
Yeah, I don't know if the jkoper's found Darunia, but he's certainly looking for it. We do have Thundertown on Raikou's side, so we're about to find out whether the kid or the medicine is required. And it is the spell, so you do need either the child or the medicine to beat this.
That is, I guess, from a race perspective, that is, it's nice and fun. It's going to be fun to watch, but on the racer side of things, man, you just wanted that to be Thunder.
Yep, sure do.
The water tile, though, I don't think I've even seen it.
That's a good point. I don't know that I have either.
Raikou is in the area with Thundertown that we haven't seen, but so maybe it's over there. The entrance to the Valley of Death Palace, the Great Palace, is there, and there's the water tile right now.
jkoper's in 6.
Okay, so we're gonna get the medicine, the water or life in here.
And I believe I also saw Darunia not far from the palace, so you might be able to pick up whatever spells in there after this palace.
Maybe
so
they never. Yeah, maybe they never been to. I swear they were in Darunia, but maybe they never. Yeah, no, I saw the chimneys because I said they don't have the kid, but they were walking from the back, like you got upstairs.
Raikou for sure was in. jkoper has not been.
Oh, okay.
You see with attack 8 just.
Oh yeah. Hey, was the glitch fixed when you kill the horse? That it soft locks the game? Because I haven't done that since that, like, those initial 2 times I've done it.
No, actually, I don't think that I have fixed that one
Okay.
yet. I remember you telling me about it, and I actually know how to fix it. It took me 2 minutes. I just kind of forgot.
Just Angry Larry, you're just the only person that's dumb enough to do it, so I'm just going to leave it in the game.
I don't think that's true,
Oh, okay.
actually. You'd be surprised at what kinds of settings people play. I get some messages in my inbox sometimes.
I'm sure some people less than favorable in their wording.
No, actually, most people are
No,
pretty
maybe
nice.
not. Yeah, this is a nice community. They're not as hardcore as the elevator action community.
And do you want to go there? That
No, listen, it wasn't me. It was jkoper. He has the spell, so
Yep.
I guess he's gonna to grab the goodie. It's probably gonna be a magic container.
Yeah, I don't really know that he needs it. I mean, he definitely doesn't need
No, I get hooked on it sometimes. That's saying like I probably need all the life I can get. Not confident in your ability.
it. I mean, he's having the run of his life though so far. It seems like if you look at his splits on his stream, he's just crushing it.
Absolutely. Heart container. I don't know what magic like they flash it up too quick for me to even understand what spells cost to know if the magic container is even worth it or not.
And jkoper's found Bardo pretty quickly, so that's a good.
Yeah. See, hopefully he doesn't cast fairy there. Okay, he doesn't. Yeah, jkoper's early attack 8 could stand a difference. I don't feel like he has a lot of HP right now. The boss or 8, attack 8 just melts it.
Attack 8, yeah. I mean, I can't remember the last time I was at Barber with Attack 8. That's,
Yeah. Because I think when I watched you earlier in your race, it really took like you were definitely low in attack anyway. It took you definitely 6 or 7 hits before it even registered on his health meter.
I think I finished that race at 636,
Yeah,
which is not
which is
that's not
no,
normal for me.
it's crazy.
I'm not happy with that, but that's just what happens.
I worked out just fine though. So let's not put that for Raikou. Let's put it for jkoper.
We are about to find out where something is by process of elimination. We see Raikou in um,
Yeah.
Fairytown, and really this is a huge turning point in the race. If Thunder is in Fairytown, then Raikou is in great shape. If Thunder is not in Fairytown, then jkoper has a child, so he's right back in this.
Ah, it's
Maybe
life.
Wow, so jkoper taking that risk on Death Mountain has paid off.
Yeah, but does he know it?
He doesn't. He doesn't. But you got to suspect that he's gonna go turn in that child.
No, and now Raikou has to kind of think and kind of recognize that, hey, he does need the medicine.
Well,
I didn't see a spell list. Is that the only one left?
Yeah, for him it is. For
Okay.
him it would be. I would think. Yeah, he's got to know that the child is in that mountain. I mean, he's explored every other location
Yeah.
except for, I guess, Palace 6.
Something that tripped me up early on was the fact that I didn't know if the medicine could be, because I considered it a large item. I didn't know if the medicine could be in 3, 5, or 6.
Yeah, I mean, it can't be in any palace.
But it looks like, yeah, because I didn't know, because I considered that a large item at the time.
Right.
Not
No,
knowing you or ever talking to you and stuff like that.
No, I understand.
Yeah.
I understand.
It looks like he's going right to Death Mountain, though. jkoper has been in New Kasuto, but he hasn't. He wasn't able to get the boots because he didn't have enough magic containers, and he didn't have the spell at that time. And I don't think he's even been in Old Kasuto to get the spell. So
I mean,
he did pick up Reflect, and that's about it out of New Kasuto.
He doesn't need the boost.
No. Somebody in chat says that he doesn't. They don't
Yeah.
think that.
No,
he
yeah,
ever checked, yeah.
I understand. I just think from a race perspective, he doesn't need the boots. The boots are certainly nice to have, but with Raikou having to go into Death Mountain,
That is correct. He has not been in Old Kusuto. I don't even know if he knows where Old Kusuto is. So
He'll find it. I believe it was actually kind of on the way to Palace 7.
yeah,
Valley of Death.
absolutely. So Raikou explores Death Mountain, hoping to find a quick hammer cave to take advantage of his lead. See if we can get there. I did not notice the way, though, there. So this is definitely the interesting meta as a person watching or commentating as the game. One person's searching for the item they know they need. The other person has the item that they need, but still has other items on the table as well.
Interesting move from jkoper. Does not want to fall down the pit. Rather,
No, I think he said during one of the races this afternoon or yesterday, he likes to explore first before falling down. Because falling down can take you anywhere else.
And it's a one-way street.
Yeah, and it worked out well because here's the dude he needs, Carrick.
Very true.
This is the first. Gotta hope he doesn't get on top of him here, and it's very quick, very low HP.
It's a great Carrick fight.
Yeah.
Actually.
What does he do here? 867. Just yeah, he's just gonna go.
And just like that, jkoper takes the gem lead for, I believe, the first time in the entire race.
Yeah, now he just has to cash in the kid.
Yep.
He has Thunder, and he's well on his way to the Great Palace.
Meanwhile, Raikou has found the hammer cave where the child is.
Yes.
So,
but he still has to go into 6. And that's the unfortunate part about being unfortunate grabbing the wrong of the 2 items.
he does know where the Runia is, though. jkoper does not. And actually, he's heading back into 4, presumably to get the item. So here we see the meta coming back, because jkoper has the child, which we know he needs to get the Thunderstone, but he doesn't know that. So
yeah.
He's figuring he better grab whatever item this is in case it's the hammer or the boots, neither of which he has. But for all he knows, he needs them. He can't get the medicine.
Yeah, I wonder what made him give that illusion. That's what I was going to say before, when I said he doesn't know where it is. Was, does he think it's behind something he has to walk on water to get?
Well, he knows about the water tile. He knows that the medicine must be on the water tile. He absolutely 100% knows that.
Yeah, but he doesn't know.
So that he needs the medicine.
Yeah, he doesn't know what the kid holds first to know if he needs to even find the boots to get the water tile. So, you're wasting time either way. Either one way, you're searching for the item you don't need, wasting time, or the other way, you might be wasting time when you have to backtrack to get it. So, which one is going to save you more time? Looking for the boots now, or
exactly? Yeah. It's not an easy decision to make.
No, not at all.
I don't know. You certainly can't fault him for diving back in to grab this item. He finds it. Well, actually, that's not the item.
That's so I guess falling took him floors above, basically.
He fell through the core. He fell through the core of the earth.
Yeah, that's all. He just he wound up in China, and China was where Carrick was. That's all. He dug a hole and went to the opposite end. Here we go. He's gonna Raikou's gonna cash in the kid, grab the Thunder spell, and then have to pop into 6.
Yep. Wow. Oh, jkoper somehow making his way back to the beginning.
Yeah, that whole drop kind of messed up his equilibrium. So Raikou has 100%ed. I don't know if he got all keys, though. He just needs to go to 6. And the Great Palace.
He's still got 2 magic containers missing, one of which must be in 6.
Oh, there you go.
Where's the other one?
5 or 3?
Yeah, probably 5.
I don't remember what was in 3. I didn't write it down. I wasn't that excited for it.
I think it was a heart.
Yeah, probably. Neither of them have 5s or 6s items. Okay.
This is an interesting race, though. I mean, jkoper is going to be in Great Palace very soon. He's going to find Darunia. He'll be in Great Palace very soon. And it's just a matter of, you know, they're not going to be very far apart. It's not going to take Raikou too long to beat 6, at least not based on what we saw with jkoper. So they're going to be heading to Great Palace right around the same time, even though they took very different routes to get here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Here's the item on jkoper's side, which I think is the hammer that could get him into more trouble if he thinks he needs to go.
Yeah, it definitely could get him into more trouble. The hammer was in 4.
No, hammer was in 4. Yep,
Yeah,
he just picked
I
it
had
up.
that.
Oh, and he does up A. Oh my goodness.
Oh no.
Yeah. I mean, it's not a lot of time, but considering how close these racers are, it's going to make a difference.
See here, I was just making sure that some things were working on my end. I questioned the validity of them. Alright, so hammer for jkoper.
Yep.
No boots. Because he still, I don't know if he still doesn't have the magic container requirements to even get them.
Do we know how many that was? I guess he's only got 5.
He's only got 5. Raikou had 6 and was able to get it, but I believe his first trip there, jkoper had 5. Because I believe he had 5 for a while. Because when the magic container was in the grass spot that he cleared earlier, and there's a magic container in from Death Mountain.
He just found the one in Death Mountain, so that'll give him enough.
Yeah,
What was in this other cave? Was it a heart container?
Heart container, yeah. Raikou is, I guess he's making some notes here about where he is, where he isn't. I believe this is the right way to Barba.
Yeah, he's found Barba, so...
So pretty soon both players will have 6 gems, but only one of them has thunder.
Well, jkoper does not have the medicine.
No, he does not. But you gotta. I mean, I don't want to assume because it keeps feeling like I'm losing out on my assumptions. He would try one before exploring to get the other.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. He's got 2 towns left on the eastern continent, both of which he can get the spells out of.
Yeah.
Try to find those 2 towns. There's 1 town on the western continent, but he can't get the spell, so, forget about that for now.
Medicine was on the water tile, but he has to go to New Kasuto, get the boots, then go to the water tile, as opposed to just going to Darunia or Old Kasuto and just seeing what the spell is first.
Yep.
That's probably what we're going to see him do. And there's the gem. And Raikou should be entering... Palace 5.
Great Palace.
Yeah, 758, huh?
758, yep.
Why do I not have something for 758? I need something for 758. I have like every other combination, but 758.
Yeah. Kind of a tough one.
758 is your St. Lucia strats. There you go. How about that?
St. Lucia.
St. Lucia strats. There you go. You heard it here first. So Raikou easily got back to Kasuto from Palace 6.
Old Kasuto or?
Old Kasuto, yeah. Because he just ducked into the town to avoid an encounter.
Mm.
And it was right there. So, jkoper.
I think the radio was kind of tucked away a little bit. Which might be why jkoper's having a hard time finding it.
It could be. It's very daunting, the Eastern Continent, especially if there's a lot of swamp tiles. And here we go. Great Palace for Raikou. Let's see how difficult or easy Great Palace could be for him. As he goes down, he only has one way to go. It's right.
Gotta say too, I don't know if Raikou's playing based on PB or averages, but either way, he's having a fantastic race.
Oh, absolutely. From whatever he says when we talk, he hasn't been faring too well with seeds or with figuring out the randomizer to understand how to play it fast enough. But the ability is definitely there, and I told everybody before the race started, don't count him out, man. Not at all. It's nice to get this room out of the way early, but it's definitely not a room you want to go into twice.
Casting Fairy is just the right move with those rooms.
Yeah. So so we go down. There's two ways to go.
On jkoper's side, he actually found Thundertown, so he does pick up the free spell, but not the one he needs.
No.
So.
And he doesn't necessarily need to go, oh, look at that Thunderbird.
Yep.
Right away. He's got to take a death so he can get some magic for it. I didn't see what Thunder cost.
He does only have magic 5. Thunder is 67.
And that's going to take...
most of his magic bar.
Yeah. He has 96. He has 96.
He has shield. Oh, but decides to cast jump instead of shield.
Yeah, I don't know. Jump really throws off my timing. I'd rather survivability than the ability to hit him every single time away. Because if you work the pendulum right, you can get 2 hits.
Yeah. Actually, if you watch Unos manages to get 3. Oh, it doesn't.
Does he do the dolphin out of water strats or whatever that is?
Yeah, something like that.
Well, I've seen him kill Guma in one jump into his hitbox on in vanilla, regular vanilla strength. So, guy's just an animal.
And look at that, Raikou. We were talking about casting shield instead of jump, but he did just fine.
No. Absolutely, that was a very, very good Thunderbird. I am very impressed with that. Let's see what he goes. He's not going to find Dark Link in the next room. It's just the rooms were not set up for that early on. So I don't know. Sometimes I don't like to find early Thunderbird because I know there's a whole palace ahead of me where Dark Link could be.
Yeah, and that's maybe a less than ideal thing about the randomizer is you're likely to find Thunderbird either at the very beginning or the very end just because of the guarantees.
Alright, goes down, and he can only go to the right. Again, I like to see choices, just so I feel like rooms are being wasted on the other side, or being taken out of the possibility in the rotation on the other side of the palace, but certainly could have still happened earlier. Alright, so he's in an area where he's going to drop down again. No, that's not the area we dropped down. Yeah, it is. Okay. My bad. All right. This is a room I like to find when I drop down. I don't like to find that chicken in my face though, and killing me.
Where is Thunder? It's starting to kind of drive me crazy watching jkoper walk around looking for this thunder spell.
Yeah, it's in Darunia, wherever that is. I don't remember seeing. I just remember Raikou being in it, and I swear, it was Raikou, I guess, earlier as well that was in it. I thought it was right by the beginning because I thought Raikou was instantly in Darunia. Because I just remember seeing the chimneys and going, oh, he doesn't have the kid. What's he doing? Oh, that's right. He has jump. He can get up stab. But again, I might be confusing races.
It's certainly been known to happen.
Yeah. Alright, so now he's faced with a choice. Which direction to go. Based right. And now he's in the area with the fairy. Saves himself.
I think that's it right there. I think he's walked past it who knows how many times. I think it's been like, no, that's not it. That's the pseudo. Where the heck is...
Well, he's gonna get both items, I guess. As Raikou continues to dig deeper into the Great Palace on his last life. JR thinks it's near 6. I kind of feel like it is too. Because I think Raikou was in Darunia and Kasuto pretty quick within each other before. All right. Go down 2 floors. He's not even going to check to the left to see if he can refill his magic. Going this way. I don't feel like there's many rooms left.
Yeah, it's...
Or at least ones that go right.
That's a lot of branches, so there are still a fair number of rooms left.
Well, there's 2 more rooms where you can drop down. The one where you fall in the middle of it, and the one where you Oh no, I think we saw that one where you break the blocks.
The one where you're going left?
Oh, it's right. The one where you're going left as well. We were on the upper half of that screen, but not the lower half. And those screens don't lie on the same horizontal axis, right? One could be like many floors up.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Finding a dead end.
Dead end, huh? It looks like on my map he's got to go back a long way, back to where the ferry was, to take the path up.
Would it be faster to up A?
Would it be faster up A? Looks equidistant. Plus you have to deal with that flying skeleton fish head room if you up A. But he'd be full life, and he does up A. So.
Yep.
Now, here's the thing. Does Raikou know that Darklink has to be after Thunderbird? Or does he go left?
I bet he knows. Yeah, I bet he knows. So, jkoper did get the boots, which is cool.
No, I think I'm being yelled at because I didn't update the tracker.
Not what he wanted. He needs the thunder spell.
He's searching for other items. I think he's just searching for Darunia at this point.
I don't think he's got other items to find, really.
Really, it's Darunia or the water tile, and he'll accept the fact that he gets the medicine out of the water tile, and then just whole butt over to Mito and hope that's thunder.
That's probably is where he's going, is the water tile.
Yeah. Alright, so does he go left here? Does not go left here, which is good, because Thunderbird, I believe, was in the next room.
Or did he find Darunia? Because he's going towards the palace.
No, he's still searching. Alright, so he's still... Raikou is still a little bit away here from a spot where he can go a different direction.
Yeah, he just got through Thunderbird's room, so it's kind of a long path.
He's got to go down in this room, to the right, one room, and then fall down, and then go right, and then go down, and then he can either go left or right and up an elevator. So he's got 2 choices here. once he makes this U-turn and falls down. Yeah, jkoper is now on the western continent. Did he pick up the medicine and we missed it?
He
I guess
did.
so, because he's going into
He
here.
did. But he's gonna be unhappy.
Yeah, it's going to be the life spell. Just that one wrong turn, and this is where I had a problem in my race where I spent a lot of time looking for something that wasn't there, because what if I missed it? You know, and my opponent found it. That was always in the back of my mind, even though I was smart enough to know that there was a river and an area north of the river I couldn't access without the boots. Still, I'm like, well, what if it was in that one tile I didn't see and I just missed it? And could have had, you know, down stab and the spell like right away. Okay, so in this area here for Raikou, I believe he's going to be going down an elevator.
Oh,
Buzz thundered.
nearly Buzz Thunder.
He went a different direction, I think. No, or maybe I didn't see the Buzz Thunder before. Yeah, because he goes down 2 floors here, and then there'll be the. No, he's going.
I think he's exploring a new.
Yeah, I missed him going. I think I missed him going left, or he went up the.
I think he went up an elevator.
Yeah, above the ferry.
I think so I was watching jkoper. So.
Yeah, I was watching jkoper too. Yeah, that giant slime does. The King Bot does some weird things in the game, in different situations where he's not supposed to be.
Yeah, he's kind of annoying, actually.
he despawns people, which is nice. But I think I've killed him once and actually spawned a spicy chicken somehow.
I have not seen that.
Yeah, no, I don't know what I did. He jumped down, I up thrusted, and all of a sudden, like a chicken appeared with bots.
That's kind of awesome.
Yeah, it was kind of. I like when he despawns the chicken or the Fockers instead of creating them. So I'm sure it has to do with sprites on the screen.
Yeah, that's absolutely there. So I think I've been watching jkoper because this has been driving me crazy, and I think Runia is directly to the south. Like if he just goes down right now, he'll find it. I think.
It looks like he's going that way, but he's been juking in one direction and then just going back to the same old directions. That one right there, and there it is.
And I saw that on his stream when he walked into what is that, Palace 5?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's been there. Oh, that's gotta be frustrating for him.
Yeah, but you know what? It's only one death away on Raikou's side from really being even. Except that Raikou has mapped out most of the area.
Yeah, you can't underestimate that exploration
No.
advantage, especially when you consider jkoper would probably take a pretty similar route.
Yeah, and we know that based right doesn't really work. So he'd have to backtrack some way, unless he goes by like where the ferry is and the lava pits, and takes that elevator up. Because I don't think that's the way Raikou went, and that was certainly on the way after T-Bird without going a different direction. It was just on the natural path.
Yeah.
Raikou is on his last bar of health here.
He can't be that far though either.
No, and I kind of lost track where he was to map it. He might have looped.
Oh, looks
Yep.
like he has.
Looks like he has, because he's back on this
Let's get the ferry though.
Oh yeah, hopefully he's got to be careful with the down stab. I can't tell you. There you go. He does it the safe way, the way I probably should do it, instead of just jumping straight down. Up, yeah, he's going up. This is where I think all paths lead, because everywhere else was a dead end or looped back. Probably won't be that long after this, if not the next room. Oh, well, here's your decision. Do you fall down and possibly go back behind Thunderbird, or do you check to see what's right first?
No, you definitely go right first.
Yeah.
Yep, there it is.
There he is, Dark Link.
Wow, so what a run for Raikou. Looks like his first sub 2 hour seed, I would say.
Yeah, if that's his average. I don't think that's his PB, but that's probably accurate on his average, because he's been talking about some tough seeds and not totally understanding. Again, this is his last life. Really hope he doesn't game over here. That'd be an unfortunate situation. And
there it is.
There it is. Very good game, Raikou. That's wow, that was very good.
Yeah, he played very well. He learned extremely quickly.
Absolutely, and there was no doubt in my mind he could do it. A lot of doubt in his mind he could do it, but no doubt in my mind. I hate to say I told you so, chat, but
it looks like we got Raikou here in Discord.
I can't believe that.
Dude, you played a hell of a game, man.
Yeah, congrats.
Yeah, I thought I played really well. Like, I just absolutely played my ass off tonight. I couldn't believe it.
Hold on 1 second. I think I gotta put you louder just so chat can hear you. Give me 1 second here.
Sorry about that.
No, it's on my end. User volume was down to like 12%. But yeah, look, good game, man.
My heart's pounding right now. When I was in Death Mountain looking for the kid, I actually thought that jkoper was in Great Palace already.
Oh man, I hate that feeling.
Yeah.
I was when I was getting down to the point where I figured that the Thunder spell could be blocked, I was actually kind of hoping that the life spell was was guarded by the medicine, so that he would have to go back into Death Mountain for the kid, because I was kind of crunching the numbers on what items were left and what the probability of it was. When I saw the rock right away, there weren't enough items left that I could really be justified going to search for the Hammer Cave.
Right, and that's what we were saying, and then you explored both rock locations, and it turned out you had to go into Death Mountain. The bad news was jkoper had the kid.
Yeah, he's had the kid for a long time. In fact, that was really interesting. He went into Death Mountain. I'm not sure why, actually, but he did, and found the kid pretty early.
Oh, I think I know why I won. Because I found Guma really fast in 5, and I think it's because I found Guma really fast in 5. I'm guessing what happened is he just spent a lot of time in 5.
No, that's actually not true. He actually found Guma equally as fast, because he was just like 2 rooms, 1 room in. You just outplayed him in terms of finding the items you needed when you needed them, basically. You got the glove, the raft, the boots. You cashed in the medicine first. He spent a lot of time looking for items where you placed gems originally. So that definitely, doing the palaces got you a big leg up to start.
Well, and jkoper could not find Darunia, which has Thunderspell, and that really did him in. It was actually pretty close there around the end of Palace 5, Palace 6. You got off to a really early lead, and then jkoper caught up right around the last couple palaces, but then he couldn't find a Thunderspell. And that gave you a huge head start in Great Palace.
Yeah, I was very happy to find all of the towns as quickly as I did. One issue in my notes was I was actually having trouble finding a landmark for New Kasuto until I found Palace 5.
Where the race was pretty much, you were ahead pretty much the whole race, except for the part where jkoper found the kid, and you found the medicine, and you cashed in the medicine for the life spell. Then Dick, Shake, and I were like, uh-oh. Now it's a race again.
Another thing that I was really, really scared of is Darunia having the Thunder Spell, because if Darunia has the Thunder Spell, I know jkoper is good enough to do Palace 7 without the Life Spell, and I'm not good enough to complete Palace 7 without the Life Spell.
Yeah, it seemed like you handled it pretty fine. I don't know how many times you cast life in Palace 7. I didn't notice that.
Another thing is probably the biggest mistake I made in Palace 7, and I was really scared that would cost me the race, is immediately after Thunderbird I should have up-A'd.
To get all your lives back?
Yes, and that ended up costing me a lot of time in 7.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of explored on that one life until a dead end anyway, and up-A'd. So I think it saved you time because you were able to map out a dead end and then get all your lives back and not have to get to that point and choose which way to go. You already knew not to go one way.
Yeah, that helped a lot, and that's actually a personal best for me by about 15 minutes.
Very nice.
But I've only done 4 of these or so.
That was sub 2 hours though.
Yeah,
that's nice.
Hey,
yeah, I thought getting started with that seed was actually pretty easy, with the exception of finding the way north to the palaces.
Well, that's what I want to ask you. You guys kept, and you were both doing this. You both virtually spooning on the screen at the same time. You kept going to that pass-through cave that normally leads to Vanilla Palace 1. Like, both of you kept pacing back and forth up in that area. What was going on there?
I was actually trying to figure out where all the items were, and I was trying to make the determination if going through a pass-through cave was necessary to get to the top.
And then you were just trying to find the right one at that point, I guess.
At that point, yes, because just because of the lack of magic at that point in the game.
Yes. I actually had on my notepad that between you and jkoper, you found both the front and the back end of every pass-through cave. But the one thing, you didn't find the jump cave. You didn't go through the jump cave until much later. jkoper did, but then he immediately went into the candle cave and went out the other side. So he went up into the north area and then left the north area, like, immediately. So, and then you got into the north area and you kind of stayed in the north area. But again, it was all about getting to the palaces, completing palaces, and then and really just progression. That really the way you did that really pulled you ahead and enabled you to win.
Another thing I was very, very concerned about was the cost of the Thunder Spell, because I didn't know how expensive the Thunder Spell would be when I found it, which is why I went into Darunia and Death Mountain to cash in the kit and get the Thunder Spell before I went into Palace 6, because I only had 6 magic containers. And another thing I was very concerned about going into Great Palace was I did not have enough magic to cast Thunder and Shield and Jump.
Right.
And that's actually the first time I've ever killed Thunderbird without Shield.
You cast Jump, and we were both like, he chose Jump over Shield, and then you made us eat our words. It was a very good
true.
Thunderbird. Very good Thunderbird.
When I got bopped those 2 times, I was really scared. I mean, I thought I was behind almost the entire race.
Yeah, I mean, what'd you finish at, an hour 50?
155.58 SRL time.
Yeah, I'm gonna paste that into the chat so everybody knows as well. Yeah, sometimes you can't feel like you can't help but feel like you're behind when you're pushing the 2-hour mark, especially playing a guy like jkoper. But let me tell you, you were in the lead virtually the whole way, man. You played a great race. Congratulations.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, congrats, man.
Yeah, thanks so much. Now in Zelda 1, it'll be a completely different story. He is so good.
He's very good. And I'd be hard pressed to find him making these navigation mistakes in his bonus bracket round matchup. Which, by the way, you play the winner of the Buzz Thunder Bent Glass Tube match tomorrow morning at 11 Eastern time, and he will go on to play the bonus, the second place person in that match.
Oh, fun! Buzz Thunder is actually good.
He is pretty good.
Yeah.
But so is everyone in the tournament for the most part. Including yourself. So you got to give yourself a little bit more credit than I've heard you giving yourself credit for.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
I only really have done one. I have a time in vanilla, but it's a timed let's play. It's not a speed run.
It might be better than most. Randomizer is a different animal.
I think I have like a 30x.
That's sounds relative to my time, and I don't think it's 1cc. I think it's like 255cc.
Well, I believe under the rules, it has to be 1cc to count.
No, absolutely. I made my own category though, so I can feel better about myself. So, Dig, any more questions for Raikou here?
No, just a great race. Yeah, you played really well, man.
I mean, I'll just stick around and have a chat with jkoper as well. I guess I'll go ahead and just watch him then.
Okay, good. Raikou, thanks for joining us, man.
You're welcome.
And good luck. I didn't say that. I don't know why. I should have said that.
Yeah, I'll just go ahead and watch him.
Oh, you're still here, so you heard it. Oh, good.
I'm still here.
I'm like, he left
here.
without me saying good luck. What a jerk I am. But
no, I'm just gonna watch him finish up and then see if I can have a word or two with him.
He's going back to the starting area here, Dig Shake. This is left of Thunderbird, I believe. Oh no, it's not, because that wasn't the. There's two of those rooms with the falling bridges.
No, I think he hit the dead end, and has now gone all the way back. So he should actually be there pretty soon, because he's going to go up at the ferry. No, he's not where I thought he is. I don't know where he is. I thought he was near the ferry room, but he's not near the ferry room, I guess.
No, I thought he was to the left of Thunderbird in that room with the crazy fish heads, but they weren't flying. So there must be two of those falling bridge rooms with the lava pit and the one tile ledge, or the one tile row.
Did he grind up gems more than I did?
I'm sorry?
He must have ground up gems more than I did, because his levels are a lot higher than mine.
He skipped a couple gems before placing them. But he also took attack 8, where you chose to take bypass attack 8 and fill up everything else.
Yeah, I just wanted to ensure that I have life 8 for Great Palace, because I'm not really comfortable doing Great Palace on anything less than life 8.
I don't blame you. I really don't. Life 8,
even with life 8, those enemies hit super hard.
Yeah. Sometimes it's not easy. Our boy Dig Shake did this Palace 636 this afternoon.
Not really by choice, though. I screwed up.
Still beat it.
I couldn't do Great Palace on anything less than 7x8.
That's what we all say until we get the courage to have to try to do it and then realize, hey, look at that, we can. Sometimes.
No way.
Let's see how he does here. I lost the mapping of the palace, so I don't know which direction he has to go. I know he has to find the fairy room and then go north.
I actually still have it on my whiteboard, so let me go get it.
Yeah, you guys can play a 5-4-5, 6-3-6. Some of us newbies here, especially with those with not experience in the vanilla flavor and used to combat, sometimes we need the toll-free strats of 8-6-6, 8-7-7, 8-8.
7x8's good. 7x8 or even 7x7 might be good enough.
It all depends. I've had a Thunder that really even drained you at Magic 7. Once.
I never saw this room, so I have no idea where he is. He needs to actually go.
I thought you were in this room. I thought you up 8 on this room once.
I might have up 8 in this room.
Yeah.
I can't remember, but yes, you are correct. To get to Dark Link, he needs to go up 2 intersections from the fairy room, and then there's a whole bunch of stuff. Yeah, I know exactly where he is. He's over in the corner about where I up 8, yeah.
Yeah,
this is about where I up 8.
This is where you found the first dead end, I think, and then on 1 life.
Yeah, so he's actually not really Oh, he's actually close, I think.
Well, I think
I-
there was also a
If
loop
I've mapped
around
this,
to come back to the left side of that ferry area by the lava pits.
I think I know. I think I know what you're talking about now because I see a couple of my rooms on my tracker have repeated, and I just didn't pick it up. Yeah, he is going the correct way now, I believe. Yes. Yeah, if he keeps
Yeah.
going right here, he'll find Darklink.
Yeah, and this is exactly what you did. You took the ferry, and then you went back up, and then you found Darklink in like 3 rooms.
Yeah. Yeah, there he is.
Yeah, one room taking the elevator north, one room going east, and then another room going east, and he's right at Darklink. So he should be done within about 5 minutes, I would think. I don't know how many lives he has. He doesn't have the magic, so I wonder if he has the life to spare to death. I hope he doesn't drop here. He shouldn't.
No, I don't think.
Yeah, you always have to check, I guess. I guess that's obvious meta, is to check first before you drop. And there he is. There's the man. Oh wait, I don't know why I'm thinking he's fighting Thunderbird, and that's why he needs magic. It's 3:30 a.m. I gotta get a little bit of a
Yeah.
a pass there.
Yeah, again, we are so sorry about this delay.
No worries. I don't like sleeping before I have to wake up and get the bagels anyway, because then the
I
alarm.
was very fortunate because I knew this race was going to be late anyway.
There you go.
After I got off work, I took about a 3-hour nap.
Yeah, I took the window open. It's raining outside, kind of nap myself, but I was paranoid about the race starting without me, so I woke up like every 10 minutes.
Yeah, I figured, but I think it made a big difference.
So jkoper is clocking in at 2 hours and 11 minutes. He will go on to face the second place person in the Buzz Thunder Glass Bent Tube matchup tomorrow morning. Is jkoper set up to join us, or does he not have everything set up on that computer? Because I know he had computer trouble, whether it was a new computer or something.
He should be. He should be. I don't see why not. I'm gonna actually send him a message on Discord real quick. See if he wants to interview.
Dig sent him the invite on
okay.
IRC.
Yep.
Okay.
Dig's good like that.
Okay, because I want to have a word with him.
Okay.
But I'm just super surprised that it turned out like this. I thought he was going to beat me by like 30, 40 minutes. I am definitely looking forward to watching this back on the VOD to see where all the differences were and just how it played out.
Oh, absolutely.
I might do that tomorrow.
I did it on mine, and I'm pleasantly surprised that it helped me a little bit in terms of meta and knowing what to do going forward. I don't know if there's really anything you could have done except for better exploration on the Western continent. Really, you did everything pretty much as you needed to do it.
Hello?
Hey, jkoper,
Hey,
thanks for
jkoper.
joining us.
Hey, jkoper.
Hey,
I can tell you what went wrong in this race for me. Well, no, I can't tell you everything that went wrong. But the biggest thing that went wrong was when I had TAC 3 and I was up in the northeast corner of the western continent, and I up an aid, and I was only like a couple hundred experience short of attack 4. And if I could have done one thing different, I would have like gone into Death Mountain to look a little bit for the item then. Maybe I would have found it then, I don't know. Maybe I would have not, but I probably would have gotten enough experience either way for the level 4. And instead, what I did was let that level up torment me for a good like 15-20 minutes or something. So yeah.
That's a tough call to make,
I mean,
though.
there were 100 other things that went poorly too, but that was the main thing that kind of sparked it. Also, I lost a couple important things. So But I think that first thing is what cost me the most time, and then losing some caves and towns and whatever.
Do you not take notes?
No, I don't take notes.
Yeah, you lost all that experience points on that game over. Most importantly, the race was a little bit on the Raikou side ahead, up until the point where you got the kid, because he got the medicine. So if you were able to get to Darunia and cash that in faster, you might have been able to get it to the Great Palace first.
Yeah, I forgot where Darunia was. I don't remember if I actually saw it the first time, but yeah, I couldn't find it. So I exhausted all options looking for it and found every other possible item and every other possible spell pretty much. And then, yeah, then I finally found Darunia.
Yeah, that was the one unfortunate thing, because at that time, Raikou had to go into Death Mountain, and he realized he had to go into Death Mountain to find the kid, but he already knew where Darunia was. So it was basically a race between you getting to Darunia and Raikou finding the kid getting to Darunia at that point, and it was unfortunate. But I also noticed that you, and along with Raikou, had trouble early on navigating the Western Continent, almost always going up to that Palace 1 pass-through cave like a dozen times. Just couldn't find the way up north. Is that what was going on?
That was exactly it.
I forgot the cave that went up there, and I don't know.
I never found the cave that went north past there until because I don't write down the pass-through caves. I just write down what items did I get and so forth.
Mm-hmm. Wait,
Right.
what?
No, and jkoper, you found Jump Cave, and that's what you're trying to tell me? You just forgot that Jump Cave was the one that went through, and you were just trying to find it again?
Oh, I think I would have remembered. Yeah, I think I just forgot where it was.
Yeah, because I think you went through Jump Cave and then immediately found Fairy Cave and then took that to the other side. I'm not sure. You might have up-A'd. I was, it was kind of hectic to try to watch two streams at once, and Dick Shake, I don't think, joined me at that time. So.
Yeah, I made a mistake in taking the second cave out of there, but all I really had to do was just go back through there again. I just figured that I'm gonna take this cave here instead of trek through acres and acres of swamp, and yeah, that cave just seemed more appealing. Maybe it'd pop up next to some other stuff.
Yeah, that was a lot of swamp. Dig, you have anything for jkoper?
No. I mean, both of you guys played really, really well. It was just, it was a really fun race to watch.
Hear you, Big Shake.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I don't know if that's on my end. Maybe you should refresh because I just opened this up.
Yeah, you are a little tinny, but let's see if he joins us again. There he is.
Hey.
Hey, welcome back.
There, that's much better.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I was just saying, I didn't have any questions. I just was saying you both played really well, and,
No, we did not.
Yeah, no, you really did, though, jkoper. You got off to a slow start, but you caught up to him very close to the end, and I think you were actually in the lead there towards the end of the palaces, so it was a...
Yeah, I mean, but I played so horribly for the first half an hour or so that it just didn't matter. Like, that's what lost me the race. You might think that looking for Darunia lost me the race or something, but maybe that was...
I think that's what it is, actually, exactly. I think Darunia cost you the race.
Hindsight on our side, not knowing your thought process and just viewing the action, yeah, that kind of it kind of felt to us that's what it was. But we know as players that a lot of factors lead up to it, including getting a little bit upset over losing experience, missing a level, getting a little bit lost.
It wasn't really getting upset. It was just like not being able to deal with it, like deal with having the lower attack.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
And having the having to try to grind that back up again, and then it didn't work out in Palace 1, trying to get that level, and then, yeah, no, the first half an hour I feel like I made a lot of gameplay mistakes, and then, the whole looking for Darunia thing, while I was doing that, I was doing productive things at the same time, like, finding items and finding spells that I wasn't sure if I needed but could be necessary. So I didn't know what the solution was in the end, and I didn't take the most efficient way to find it, but at least I was doing things towards the end goal for the most part. In the end, when I finally determined that I needed to find Darunia, then it really didn't take me that much longer to find it. Like, that was just a few more minutes to look below Palace.
It was Palace. It was Palace 6. I was really surprised that you had trouble finding Darunia, because it was right next to Palace 6.
Yeah, I don't remember if it was visible on that screen or not.
I think it was one tile south, like a couple times. Like it was like 4 or 5 tiles south, where if you didn't go down enough, because it looked like it could have been like a mountainous dead end, you probably would have missed it without going down that far. But
yeah.
You're correct. It was one tile south.
So I don't know. I mean, I would say I wish also that I wouldn't have done my first stream, in this, after getting everything all set up and spending a couple hours doing that. I wish I wouldn't have gone immediately into doing this tournament race. I didn't think that it was gonna matter, but really disappointed in myself for losing, getting upset again.
Well, it's good news is you got another chance here. You're going to face the loser of the Buzz Thunder Bent Glass Tube match that's tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern. And get a little redemption on yourself. Get a little sleep. Work out those Windows updates and try it again, man. But it was a good race to watch on our end, and best of luck to both of you in your next races.
Thank you. No, I think all of us really need some sleep, because it's almost 3 a.m. here.
Absolutely. Thanks for joining us, guys.
All right. Night.
Good night.